Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino. We are back for Big Brother 28 Draft Night. And tonight we are going to be drafting for the winner of Big Brother 28, which kicks off in 24 hours. Are you ready for a wild next couple of months? And of course, a man who is all set and ready to go. It's Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
Doing great. Happy to be here, Rob. We looked at the cast yesterday. We've already had some more news, and so I'm ready to really dive in here.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, very excited to get into everything here tonight. And we're excited. We're only 2 days away from the first Pooya Friday of the season, even though the live feeds won't start until nighttime. It's Pooya Zambakili.
But the live feeds will begin that day, Rob, and we will be there that night. I'm going to be very excited.
Technically a Pooya
It's
Friday.
still a Friday. Yeah, we'll count it. I'm excited. We're back. We're absolutely back. And honestly, there's a lot of reasons to be hyped right now. So can't complain literally about anything.
Yep. It's going to be a fun night, and we are back joined by the voice of the people. So excited to get back together today with Melissa Deni.
Yay! I'm so excited. I cannot wait to podcast again. I have not really done a podcast since I did Diary Room with Aman. But before that, nothing. It was my break, but I'm ready for my break to be over. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, and the aforementioned, here he is. Find out if there will be any chapstick eating tonight. It's Aman Adwin.
I'm like freshly out. I'm like trying to find a prop to like show to the camera, but I don't have any right now. But regardless of that, I'm very excited for BB28. It has been a very interesting, very loud, and just like bombastic preseason. So for it all to coalesce and to come down to tonight and tomorrow night, I'm so excited. So
yeah,
yay.
Aman, you're right. There was so much smoke in the preseason, really, for weeks about all of the rumors and all of the things that were going to be happening. A couple of those things have come true, but probably not as many as we were anticipating.
Yeah, it's, where there's smoke, there's fire. And, it's always hard in the beginning of every preseason because the rumor of like returnees or stunt casting is it's evergreen. But this season, the flavor of it felt a little different. And so I'm glad to know that our instincts were correct. And it's been confirmed that we get some really, really cool people in the house this year. So
okay. All right. We're going to talk about all that here tonight as we are going to be drafting in just a moment. Taran won the last draft for Big Brother and Survivor, which is, I guess, is also appropriate here as we're talking about this cast. So Taran will give us the draft order in just a moment. I'm coming off of, I had a wild podcast earlier tonight talking about Love Island with Kirsten and Scally. And there was a team from Chili's at my house to serving bombshell margaritas. So I might be a little off tonight.
Oh, bombshelled.
Yes, could be. All right.
A margarita is entering the villa.
Rob, be honest. How much did you explore with those bombshells?
I did some exploring. I did. I am exclusive now with the bombshell margarita. I'm happy to announce. So big news for me. So fun podcast if you want to go check that one out. But we are so excited to get into it. Let me give you just one other, how about an announcement real quick at the start of this thing? All right. We're going to be so excited to be back together with everybody talking Big Brother, but that's not the only big news coming up for the summer, because we have been long trying to put something together for the RHAP community, a little get together at the end of the summer, and we finally can announce that it is happening. And so for the Rob Has a Podcast faithful, we hope that we can see you later this summer. As Sam, do you have the card? We can officially announce RHAPCon is happening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's going to be from August 26th through the 28th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to have not one, but 2 live Big Brother podcasts. I believe everybody that you're seeing here on this panel, I believe, will be there for the event. So we're very excited. The patrons, we're going to send out some information later on this week, but it's going to be podcasts. We're going to be playing games. I think it's going to be a very fun interactive experience. And we did it way back when, but I'd like to make this an annual tradition. And I think this is going to be a really fun event coming up at the end of August. More details to follow. All right. Taran, are you ready to drop the draft order on us tonight?
I don't know if ready is the word, but I was informed earlier as well that there was a prize for winning the draft last year. And I protested this prize, but I now reluctantly have to accept. I believe, Rob, you were the one that offered this prize. A signed copy of Behind the Mirror now goes to me. Thank you.
Yes,
to
how did
whoever
you
wrote this
inscribe
book.
it, Taran?
I guess I would inscribe it to the winner of the draft. Thanks for picking Ashley. You're great.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good job by you, Taran.
Thank you.
All right. So you did pick Ashley with the first pick overall. Who will have that honor of picking first this season?
We gotta go back to back. I gotta pick first again. Listen. You can only put me down by putting me late in the order. When you put me up in the order, I'm unstoppable. I gotta be here.
Okay. All right. Who's got the second pick?
Well, Pooya gestured for it, so I'm gonna give it to Pooya.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pooya's psyched.
I am. I really am.
Okay.
All right, third pick. Now listen, I'm open. Who wants it?
There's no gesturing.
There's no gesturing.
No.
Aman looks concerned. I'm gonna give it to Aman.
In the middle you go, Aman.
Wow.
All right, Rob and Melissa. Rob, what do you prefer?
I'll say that I prefer. I would prefer the. I guess fifth. It doesn't really matter. I don't mind going later.
All right, Melissa, you okay with that?
I'll take it.
If you insist.
All right, Melissa fourth, Rob fifth. I think I just made everyone happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happiness
Melissa
is
sounded overjoyed.
Yeah, it's an interesting emotion, happiness.
Listen, I don't know
Why
why
does
anybody's
happiness feel so
complaining.
bad?
I opened the door for gestures and only got one.
I'm not going to beg for it, Taran. I figured you'd give me something good because, like we're partners in this, but that's fine.
I put a hand up. There was no begging.
Please.
Partners.
Like this. It looked a little bit like this. I'll tell you that.
One hand was up. There were no two hands connecting. That was not the case.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I have the first pick.
Yes. Now, you had the opportunity to give yourself any pick. Was there somebody that was really, do you feel like head and shoulders above the rest of this cast that before you would reveal who you were going for, but was there somebody that you felt like was this head and shoulders above the field?
Head and shoulders, knees and toes, Rob.
Wow.
Because listen, you get a Big Brother cast.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're optimistic, sometimes you're pessimistic. And then you watch a season like 27 and it's fun, but you're kind of like, ooh, strategically, we were kind of hoping for a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is a strange situation happening with this cast.
Yes.
Which is that we have some names announced. We have some additional names announced. We have not talked about that yet.
Yes.
So we can reveal, it has been revealed, officially announced, that we will be getting 2 more players. One, Angela from season 26, and Rick Devens from most recently, Survivor
Dun,
50.
dun, 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 dun.
Yes, they are on the board, but there is even one more spot
Mhm.
that has
Another one.
been heavily rumored, but yet to be fully confirmed. A mystery box
Yes.
of a pick.
mystery box. That
Yes,
could be
and
and really a mystery box could be anything. Anything could be in a mystery box. It could be a mystery DVD.
a mystery DVD. Exactly. We could pop it in
Could be anything.
the no longer existent disk drive of the PlayStation 6. So so my thought was the mystery box could be anything. It could be nobody, it could be somebody. And if history has anything to say, it's that anybody or anything is better than your average Big Brother cast. So I'm going with the unknown. I'm picking the mystery box as my number one pick on the board.
A mystery DVD, a DVD player.
Okay.
Even interesting. Now the mystery DVD could be very exciting.
Yeah.
Could be very exciting.
It could be
It'd
very
be a
exciting.
great DVD.
Yes.
You know what they say about those blank discs. You never
Blank
know what
disc.
you're gonna get.
It could be anything.
I'm imagining a world where this is a player.
Yeah.
It's like somebody who's like really physically strong, who's going to win competitions.
Sure.
Somebody who's in just the right age range, around 29 years old. Somebody who has experience being on shows like this, maybe even winning shows like this. Somebody who's going to fit in with most of the people in the house, win competitions, and also be connected to some of the other veteran players. This is my ideal scenario for a mystery box.
Mhm.
Yes. I could see it being a woman.
That would be great.
Yeah. Because we've had surprise house guests in the past. They've been women, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ainsley,
that's
Rachel.
happened.
Good-
Like
good
it's
point,
just
good
typically
point,
a
yeah.
woman.
Mhm.
Yes. And I could see it being somebody who is a challenge competitor. Maybe not somebody that knows Big Brother as well as the other shows.
Yeah.
Potentially.
But I think potentially the type of player who totally
Yes.
could do well in this environment, whether or not they have the knowledge for it. I could see it.
Mhm. I could see them getting along with Rick Devens also being a mystery person.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's so many extra features on this DVD that I think that we've yet to explore.
Yeah.
And you just gotta press play, because I could think that she's there to play. Very much so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I concur with this pick. It probably would have been mine as well. It probably would have been all of ours. So
Not mine, but only because this rumored person is not someone I've ever seen play. So I don't have any idea what this rumored person does. Or is like. So this would be the first
Interesting.
time I'm seeing
Well-
this rumored person play anything.
Melissa,
Wow.
I think just like the DVD sign hitting the perfect corner of a television, you're going to come to see that this person could be a perfect fit for this show. I think you're going to like them.
Yeah. And I could see this mystery person, maybe lots of people in the cast want to get into showmance. I could see a mystery person maybe showmancing.
Listen, if this person was open to a showmance, even better. Showmances, they can do pretty well.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for the mysteries. Let's solve it together.
Okay. All right. Anything else to say about a potential mystery person? Okay. All right. Well, now everybody else is now that that's
Now we can
settled.
actually say stuff.
Yeah.
We're out in the open now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think so according to what's been reported that Taran will learn the identity of this mystery diva on Friday night.
Yes. And listen, this is such a good pick because there is a chance that I open the mystery box and it's not anything what I wanted or expected.
Mm-hmm.
If it's
So-
anything at all, because who knows? Why is it happening on Friday and not now? We don't know these things.
Yep. So we'll
It
see.
does seem odd that like there's 3 people coming into the house and 2 of them have been like announced, but it wasn't really announced by CBS. It was announced by like Entertainment Weekly or something.
So Dalton Ross had broken the news yesterday that Rick Devens was going to be on there, and then Sharon Tharp broke the news that Angela was going to be on the cast.
So then is the idea that like we're the next media outlet or something to get the next one? Or like are they just like giving one to
Maybe
each?
Mike
and then we
Bloom
get
will
one?
announce something on Thursday, but from what we've heard, that it is going to be on Friday night, maybe even on the Big Brother Unlocked, or
Yes,
is
I
that-
believe
is that what it'll
Unlocked.
be?
Yeah.
Is the idea.
I guess
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Unlocked
exactly
would
why.
make a lot of sense.
Did CBS tell Entertainment Weekly or Dalton Ross and Sharon to like release this information, or was it like they heard it from somewhere and they said this is like what it's been now confirmed because we asked?
Yeah, it's my understanding this was not like their reporting. I think that it was like that they got the blessing. It wasn't like
Yeah, it's not like a
we have
leak.
learned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that is very odd, and it makes me think that whoever the third person is, like there's a chance that maybe they don't come into the house, or it's like they're not going to play, or maybe it's like the house guests have an option and maybe this person won't, so they can't say it's a confirmed house guest, or maybe. And it also seems odd that there's 3 of them. Like,
Yes.
why not
There's a lot
4?
of
Why not
oddities.
2? It all just doesn't really make sense. And then there was that news that said there, I guess Hamster Watch said that there's a bunch of like competitions and like there's going to be like legends that they're competing against or seeing, or something is going to happen, and some of them might come into play. And it just feels weird that like, I don't know, something feels off about this, and I don't know. Like I could understand if it was 2 Survivor players, 2 Big Brother players, and then it's like, okay, now the 4 of them are coming in, but it feels weird to have like Angela and then like 2 Survivor people. It just doesn't. It feels odd.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When Taran ends up with Lawan on his team come Friday night, then we'll see.
How did you know he was who I was describing?
It was uncanny, quite frankly. It fit perfectly. Yeah.
Hey, that mystery power
Disaster.
showing dividends.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to Pooya.
Yes.
Draft
Okay. Well,
pick number 2.
pick number 2. I will say, Taran, I kind of thought you might go exactly this direction, which is why I put my hand up, because I was like, in the event that this person's off the board, I do not want the only other person I feel very strongly about off rip for the first round to go. You know, the 5 of us, we've come a long way. We've been doing this for quite a while. Melissa and I
this is year
and
6
Aman.
with this panel.
It's year 6 with this panel, and me, Aman, and Melissa will hit 10 years of podcasting with you, Rob, in like 3 months, 4 months. So we're getting there.
Crazy.
Right? What better way to celebrate that than to bring a fellow podcaster onto my team? This is someone who I loved everything I was hearing from. I'm very excited to get to see this person play. I'm excited for them to get their opportunity to play. And to go with what Liana said, what does a Jumbotron engineer mean? Give me the person who engineers Jumbotrons. I would like Barrett on my team. tonight, please, and thank you.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I would have picked him.
Thank you.
I appreciate another podcaster
Mhm.
coming on, because I feel like they obviously would just know the game more. And yeah, I'm excited to see him play.
My only concern, I'm going to start with concerns because I really only have one, because I think Barrett seems like the type of person who could do well in comps. I think is someone who's going to be very sociable, very easy to get along with, and has the mind for the game, like you've mentioned, breaks these games down, these shows down. I think has the things. My only concern for one Barrett is Barrett could get in Barrett's way, overthinking or overplaying. Other than that, I do not see any faults as of right now, besides maybe, and again, I'm the one wearing a hoodie on this panel. I'm not fashion forward. I don't know if I love the cutoff tee with the overall. I don't know if I was here for that. I didn't
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah, his look is a little bit, put him in a purple shirt. I think it's kind of giving Waluigi.
Waluigi. Yeah. Yeah.
I
think
did
there's
say
That's my
like,
another-
worry.
Go ahead.
I think there's another call for concern, which is something Rob pointed out yesterday, his height.
He's too tall.
Which I
Mhm.
do think will help in challenges, but also will make him stand out
Can't hide.
in a way that could be concerning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Barrett, I think, is one of the de facto early favorite picks here. He knows the show really well. He seems, socially well adjusted enough for somebody that knows the show so well, unlike most of us podcasters. And so he, I think, can do pretty well. In addition to that, he knows who the people coming in are. And he knows that it's probably, despite the fact that he said that his hot take is that he doesn't like returning players, knows, I would imagine, not to give that away. And
Yes.
also, I am assuming, knew that the chances of returning players were very high, and so would have been able to prep himself for such an event. In addition to that, I've heard rumors that he may even have a connection to mystery boxes, and that could be beneficial to him in the event where a mystery box is doing well in the game.
Really? Well, I'd like.
Is there a way to
about,
say that connection, like without
about
saying
that.
who that mystery box is?
I've heard he is friends
Friends?
with and/or friendly with one Rizzo.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a guy that is, he's one of us, and I can totally see him falling into sort of like the maybe not necessarily playing the game like one Easy Gliker, but more so occupying that space of like, hey, I know who you are. I've watched your seasons. I like how you play. I'm your biggest fan. Let's go to the end together. And so I just feel like it's a fantastic spot to be in for a season like this. I he's obviously been around a lot of reality TV veterans, survivors, Big Brother players, and I think he knows how to talk to them. He knows what questions to ask them to flatter them, to make them feel good about their appearances on the show. So I'm seething at the fact that Pooya has this person because this was my first pick.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
I've watched Rick Devens play on not one, but 2 seasons of reality TV. Rick Devens typically only has one friend, but his one friend tends to be the nerdiest guy on the season. So could have an ally here in Barrett.
Yeah.
I feel like
For sure.
I feel like the height would be good for him. Like Michael Brunner, like he was so good in all the competitions and was so tall.
Targeted in week 1 though.
Yeah, but like who cares if you keep winning everything, right? Like
Exactly.
eventually, you're gonna win. So I don't know. I feel like I thought that the height would be like beneficial for him in competitions, maybe like odd in like social situations, maybe. I don't know. I'm very short, so I'm not sure, but I don't have experience with being very tall. But I feel like I was very excited by. I liked him already just watching his like bio thing. Which, by the way, I want to say that like I loved the way that they did the YouTube cast reveal because I feel like I'm always searching all over the internet trying to find like random little clips every year to be like, okay, well, let me see like what this person says. But this gave me like so much content, and all I had to do was just sit there and like watch the YouTube video, and it was excellent. And I know there were a lot of complaints of like, man, they're doing a lot of, this is long. It's too long. I wanted just a brief thing. I'm like, no, give me more. I want to see more content. So like, just fast forward it if you think it's too long. I thought it was great. So yeah, I really liked him right off the bat. Then finding out he's a podcaster and is like really actually, because everyone says like I'm a super fan. I watch the live feeds, and it's like you really don't know what that is. Then you see that he actually is like a podcaster about the show. and other shows. And it just made me feel like, okay, no, this guy is actually a fan. He does know what he's doing. So I am excited to see him play. Obviously, I think there could be, downsides to that. We see the super fan thing, like, be a problem all the time. But, this was, I'm excited to see him play.
He seems very measured though. Like, cause it took me a second to realize who he was, because I have watched his podcast over the years. And I feel like his appearance has changed a little bit. And so when I saw his co-host saying, "Oh my God, my best friend's on the show," I was like, "Oh wait, that's Barrett." I was like, "Oh, holy crap." And so like, now that I'm like remembering, how he comes off on on his podcast, I'm like, he really he's definitely a super fan, but he doesn't feel like the crazed type of unhinged, cracked super fan. He feels like he's very, level-headed. The one thing that does give me a little bit of pause is, in his little intro package, they asked him all the question of like, are you going to be a hero? Are you going to be a villain? And he says like, I would like to think of myself as a hero, but I'm probably not. I feel like I'm a little bit more gamey than everybody else. So I'm probably going to end up being a villain. So I'm kind of like, does that mean that you are going to be a little bit too strategy focused, where you kind of like lose a little bit of your humanity in that house? I don't know. Let's hope not. But yeah, that's the only reservation that I had about him. Otherwise, I think he's a really solid pick.
Aman, anything else that you have as a takeaway that you've watched him as a podcaster?
No, I think that the way that he's like, when I used to watch him, he seemed to be sort of like the moderator of the conversation on his podcast. And so it felt like he was very good at like directing conversation and steering narratives. And so I'm wondering if that's going to come forward in how he steers the narrative in the house. It could be very useful. So again, I think it's a really, really good pick for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to pick number 3, which should be Aman.
Okay. I'm a new Aman, guys. I don't perseverate. I don't sit here and take forever anymore, okay? I'm very decision focused.
Yeah. What changed?
Okay.
I'm medicated, Rob. No, I'm kidding. I think I'm just laser focused. I think I'm here for it. And I was very cautious about making this decision because, I think it's a very obvious one for me. And I really wish that I could have had Pooya's pick first, and then maybe this person would have fallen back to me, but probably not. So maybe it's rather fortuitous that this is going to happen for me. I'm going to go ahead and take Esteris, Selena, Esteris. Yes, baby. Yes. As the Drag Race aficionado on this panel, I can't not take Jason.
Yeah.
I've watched him now for 2 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race. And anybody that can go on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, the main season, get eliminated, be the narrator of that season, mind you, and then go to a viewing party and talk absolute trash. And when I say trash, I mean absolute trash about one of the judges on that show, and then still get invited back for All Stars, when RuPaul and his associates are very well known for holding grudges for people that talk shit about them. Talk trash about them. Oh, honey. The game is afoot with this person. I'm super excited. Jason is obviously a super, super, super duper fan. I'm sure that Frankie has given him every single amount of a blessing that he can, all the advice and information that he can. And he's coming into this so armed and such a fan and such a showman. And I really actually liked his idea of strategy of like being all broy with the straight guys and trying to follow in Frankie's footsteps, because did Frankie win? No, but was Frankie controlling that house the majority of BB16? Yes, kind of, sort of. So like, I'm excited to see how this pans out for him. I think that he's coming in with like a really, 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 really nice spot, especially given the fact that even if he is a reality TV veteran in a sense, there are 2 and or 3 more people in that house that are going to take the target off of him. So,
you know, I think that Jason is coming in with a bit of an advantage. It seems like that the way that we are loading the people in this season is that I would imagine we're going to see 14 people lined up and going into the house together. And it seems like that Jason is going to be part of that group. I'd be surprised if any of these other reality TV alumni enter with the house guests. I feel like that it'll be more of like a reveal to the house guests. So Jason really gets to have his cake and eat it too, where I think he gets to come into the house as one of the newbies, but also is going to have the ability to connect with the veterans as the people who were on other reality shows. So I think that he's going to be in both worlds.
For sure.
I
100%.
really like him. I'm very excited to watch him play. I like that he is a fan of the show and wants to play strategically. I think you're totally right about the Frankie Grande thing. It's like, you can say whatever you want about, oh, he's friends with Frankie Grande. What does that mean? But it's like, that is a connection. That is someone who if you're best friends with someone or you're really good friends with somebody, like you can ask them questions about like, what was it like? What do you recommend? What should I do? What should I look out for? Like, that is very exciting. Obviously, he's watched the show, which I feel like is super important. And I think he's going to be really entertaining. I was totally entertained by his intro video. And I just am excited to see him play. I'm really excited to watch and see what he has to offer.
The fact that he's coming off of being eliminated from All Stars 11 right into the Big Brother house, like appearing concurrently on 2 reality shows at once is, I mean, come on, like you just can't, it doesn't get any better than that.
Aman, can you explain to me what happened on All Stars? Because I've read his exit interview, where basically he described the scenario where like he was wheeling and dealing, but nobody else was really willing to go to that level, and that's why things fell apart. But I've heard from other people that are like, well, no, he was just playing way too hard, and that's why they turned on him.
Yeah, so Drag Race All-Stars, they're doing this thing where it's a tournament of All-Stars where the queens essentially get to gain points and give points away. It's completely different from like the regular season of Drag Race. And so in his instance, he's going around trying to promise people like, well, if I lose and if you win, give me your point. And if I win, I'll give you my point. And he's doing a lot. And in my opinion, he's doing everything that's great for Big Brother. In terms of like emotional drag queens, this is not the way to play. And he's playing it up to the cameras. He's, really going for like the mastermind edit. But I'm like, baby, this is Drag Race with drag queens. These are artists that are really sensitive about their work. And it's not going to work in the same way that you think it's going to. And so essentially, he does a lot of wheeling and dealing. One of his fellow sisters ends up like not giving him the point that he would have needed to progress to the finals. It turns like this big blow up at the end. It's very good TV. But yeah, so essentially he did too much for Big Brother, but he did just enough, or he did too much for Drag Race, but did just enough for Big Brother. So
yeah, I think obviously there's a lot to look forward to with Jason. I think there's a lot of promise here. If I had to try to find a concern, it would probably be that he has now experienced 2 seasons of a very different kind of show, and may come into Big Brother with the mindset of like, oh, now I can really unleash, and might need to like tone down the strategy a little bit so as not to appear too overtly strategic, even though the assumption was like, oh, this would have worked fine in Big Brother. Yeah, it's like Big Brother's very slow. You do need to be very active, but in a way that is not too in people's faces. And so maybe that's a concern. But I think, again, having Survivor players on the cast helps a lot because they, too, are used to a much faster pace, as we saw with Cirie, game, and will also likely be wheeling and dealing and will also have bigger targets on their back. So I really do think Jason is quite the good position here.
Aman, I'm seeing in the chat, does Jason have a catchphrase? I'm seeing a lot of people talking about pecs.
That was, okay, so the other queen that, he had been willing and dealing with, trying to manipulate, was Aura Mayori. He referred to her as his peck. And during one of the episodes where she didn't vote for him, because she kind of screwed him over twice. She didn't vote for him to get a point like the penultimate episode of their part of the bracket. And Aura comes to her like saying, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't really think that I thought that you would be fine. I didn't know that it was like this deep for you. And he's like, but you're my peck. So that's like his little pet name, his manipulative little pet name to get votes, essentially.
Got it. Okay. Anything else on Jason?
I'm excited.
Okay.
And this is I'm actually very excited for the conglomeration of Big Brother fans and Drag Race fans. Like, obviously there's a lot of crossover, but there are other queens that are like, oh, one of our sisters is on this show. So like, I can't wait to see how like mainstays of Drag Race
streams
start coming into this. Like, this is gonna be very interesting this season. I'm very excited.
Okay. Melissa, you are up and you have the number 4 pick in this draft.
Yes. So I'm going to go with someone that this could go either way. And I'm hoping it goes in a good way, but it could absolutely go in a horrible way. But I figure might as well go for it. I'm going to go with Ashley.
Okay.
I went into watching her videos being like, okay, all right, this girl. And I really liked her. I don't know. Like I was kind of annoyed at first because she was doing like, I'm kind of nervy. I was like, what do you mean nervy? Just say you're nervous. And then I was like, by the end, I was like, okay, like I like this girl. I actually like, she actually seems to like want to play the game. She says that she's, you know, a fan. She says she's watched for years, that she's seen live feeds. I don't know about that because she says that she like, it seemed iffy a little bit sometimes, but she talked about Janelle, she talked about Rachel, and I mean, I don't know how she's going to do in the competitions, but like I could see her being like a Janelle kind of person. I don't know. I also like, for whatever reasons, got Helena vibes. Helena? God, I'm forgetting her name.
From BB
Canada?
Can?
Yes. I don't know why I like got a vibe of that. Like, but for whatever reason, it just came to me, and I liked that she wanted to play the game. I could see her coming across as just like so ditzy that nobody takes her seriously, but having maybe some sort of secret alliance. I don't know. That's why I say it could go either way, but I feel like I'm just going to like take a chance on her because I got good vibes. So I don't know.
I also got good vibes. She was the first person in the video, and right away I was feeling good. She mentions the live feeds. You know, I'm personally more, and I've been burned before, but I'm personally more willing to believe a person, especially if they bring up the live feeds, especially if they don't call them live streams. I think we're probably in a good place. So yeah, I think there's a lot of promise here, and I think that she clearly is there to play and has a competitive edge to her. On top of having some knowledge, I think, again, she will get along with other people who are knowledgeable about the show, who are competitive, who are there to play. And I think that's a great place to be. You know, I think she could be a killer here. I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I liked her too. I thought that she was like really just I think that she was very like in on how she's portraying herself. I think that production obviously really wanted her to lean into sort of like the I'm just, you know, I'm here to have fun. I'm a fun girl. I'm a woo girl. Yay! Like, and she's here for it. She's here to play that role. I love that. I mean, she's obviously a little hungry for it. I mean, let's be real. The economy is crazy these days. And I like the fact that she was like, look, I have $2 in my bank account right now. I could kill for 700,000.
Yeah.
Anybody that is hungry for the money, give them to me. So I'm excited for her too.
Watching the video, she was the first one, and it's always tough when you see the first person. You're like, all right, let me see what else is available. Then I went back and rewatched the first bit, and I realized how much more energy she had compared to some of the other people. How much more personality was there. I left thinking, I hope I could, if Ashley slips out of the first round, I hope I can get Ashley in the second round. So her going first round is not a bad call at all, because I really did enjoy what I saw as well. And I'm very curious because I do think that energy is kind of contagious. I don't think it's going to be alienating energy. I think it's the exact energy you need. And I think with this group, it could go a long way.
Yeah, I think she's pretty high variance. She could be the star of the season, or she could be kind of quirky and on the outs with people. So I really could see it going either way. So I think that she is a classically fun Big Brother character, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to give us.
I think if she could join up with like a strategist, I think the two of them, like in some sort of like secret alliance sort of thing, I think she could go really far. I think
You
that
really just want the ghosts again.
I do. Sorry. So
I can't remember. Did she say that she was like down for a showmance, or was she one of the ones that said no?
I'm pretty sure almost all of them.
yeah,
said
I think
yes to the
everybody
showmance.
says like, I guess
Yeah.
if someone is
Mhm.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Big Brother villa. It seems. All right.
Yes.
Yep.
And not a
Okay.
single
All right.
person
Ooh.
is like married or dating someone.
Yeah.
Devens.
Yeah, I
Except,
guess.
yeah, except Evans.
And
Yeah.
Angela.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 2 picks in a row.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do Rob.
So the second pick, I have a little bit more of a decision to make, but I'm going to go with one here that I think is the person I definitely want to grab here in this spot. And I think that she is smart. I think she brings a lot to the table and has a beautiful voice. I'm going to go with Lyric.
Okay.
Here's Lyric. And listen, I think that she has a high upside. I do think that maybe she might get on everybody's nerves and maybe they don't like her. But I'm going to go with the more rosy outlook for Lyric, who seems like a woman who is a smart customer. She is a secret lawyer. She's not going to tell people about this. She went to Notre Dame. Grandma was a big fan of the show. It's giving Sophie Bolardi, and she's here. Her dad has a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, has
Is that
anybody
part of your
listened to the
reasons?
song?
Yes. Success runs in her family.
I listened to Ryan Seacrest sing the song because I watched her clips from American Idol.
Yes.
Oh, so what happened in the clip? Because I kept seeing it too, and I kept seeing
That was
people
such
saying that
a weird
Katie
clip.
like
It's so
dragged
weird.
her.
Mhm.
She
I-
like manhandled her. I don't know. She like
She
grabbed her
okay,
and was
so
like,
what happened
this,
was
like
what happened was Lyric shows up. Lyric is like very cutesy
mhm.
and sings a cutesy song, and Katy Perry stops her in the did you fly here for 10 hours to look cute? Or did you come here to sing or something along those lines?
Wow.
And so they forced her to change the song in the middle of it. She changed it to
a Carrie
like
Underwood
a Carrie
song.
Underwood song. So then she started singing the Carrie Underwood song, and they still were not satisfied because she wasn't giving emotion. She was just singing pretty. And so then Carrie Underwood was like, get up, attack me, and like ran up and like wrestled with her, like more
grabbing
passion.
onto her like this and like as the girl's singing and trying to get her to like make an ugly face. And it was just like I totally
Bullying
got what they
her.
were going for, but it was so weird the way she like grabbed her, and Lyric looked like so uncomfortable. Like it wasn't like, oh, now we're like getting into it together. Lyric was like as she's trying to sing, very strange video. I couldn't finish
And
the
then-
clip because it was so awkward.
Well, you should have finished the clip because then it comes down to Katy Perry, whether or not she goes to Hollywood.
Oh no.
And Katy Perry says, essentially, if you want to go to Hollywood, come here and smack me in the face.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't watch
What?
the clip.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
That's so bizarre. That was such a strange
But
clip.
then she still said no.
No, then she did say yes. And so
Okay.
here's the next part. She gets to Hollywood. She says, I'm gonna make an ugly face. I'm gonna bring them the passion. And then she, after all of that, went to Hollywood and sang like the most like umbrella twirly song in the world. And they all looked at her like, what in the world are you doing? This is the complete opposite of everything you knew you were supposed to do. And so she did not make it past that point.
That's
Taran,
so
what is an
strange.
umbrella twirly
I
song?
don't know
Can you
what that
describe
means
this for
either.
me? Because
I
I'm
wish
lost.
I could remember.
Like something
The
like I'm
most
walking on
umbrella
sunshine or
twirly
something.
That's an umbrella twirly song. Like as
She was
if
like,
that's like
I'm
a
bringing the
thing.
gritty. And then she was like, da, 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 da.
That's a beautiful song, Taran.
Well, you know what, Rob? Anybody that can survive a Katy Perry lashing,
Look
you
at
know
what she's been through. She's resilient. She's
You
gritty.
might be onto something here.
She has
Oh
the
my
aloha
God.
spirit.
Went through Katy Perry boot camp, honey. Like this is
Mhm.
crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. I normally go for the whole like attorney thing or like, oh, I'm a secret lawyer thing. Like I love the like Shelby and like, Ashley, and I like that sort of thing. I don't know about Lyric. I got vibes that maybe she's like a little much, but maybe it's just for the cameras. Like, and once we see her on the feeds, it'll just be like toned down and just very normal. But I don't know. And then I heard there were people talking about how she's like all over like TikTok, like constantly trying to like capitalize on her dad's song. And it just feels like someone who's trying to hunt for like fame. I mean, she was on American Idol. She's like posting on TikTok. And I know a lot of the people on this cast are doing that. So like,
She's
I'm not saying it's just her, but like, I don't like that sort
She's a
of
go-getter.
I want someone who wants to play the game and who was interested in Big Brother. And okay, yeah, if they have like TikToks or whatever, that's fine. But somebody who's like who's a TikTok person, doesn't care about Big Brother, and then goes on Big Brother because they hope it'll give them more followers or something like that. To me, I don't like that. So like, I'm not a huge, I don't know. I mean, I hope that she does well, but it just, I don't know. And I could say that about like many of the people that are on this cast, because a lot of them were on other shows before this. And I'm not talking about the Drag Race thing, because that's like a totally different thing. But like people who were on like random YouTube videos like that, whatever that one guy did. And then he did the Mr. Beast, the games or whatever. And then
we'll get to him.
I just feel like it's like all these people just want to be on TV and they have no interest in actually like being on Big Brother. And so to me, that is less interesting.
So Lyric has already
fair, very quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just, people say this all the time. This has been true of the show since the very beginning. Like Dr. Will and Mike Boogie got on Big Brother 2 being like, we're going to be famous, right? Like they didn't give a shit about the show. Like
but
that has always been in the DNA. You can't care
about the show in the beginning when there was nothing to care about.
I know, that's what I'm saying though. That is just, I just think that has always been in the DNA of the show. And I think people think that it's a recent thing, but it's really not.
Lyric's already iconic for two reasons. She got us the first Taran reenactment of the season, and then we got Melissa's Kylan moment of this draft through her. So that was incredible. I will say I was also very in on Lyric, and had I been in the 4-5 spot, Lyric was who I was going to go for. One thing that gave me a little bit of pause and a little bit of thinking was her pick on which player she would like to emulate the game after. She picks Mackenzie from season 26. And
a finalist.
Yeah, but Rob, a finalist that very much lost the game and could have potentially won the game.
Yeah.
What I would have loved to have heard from her is I would like to be Mackenzie with one small change.
Yeah.
Exactly. Change one thing.
Because that would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's Lyric, pick number 5. But I got 2. I get another
do,
one.
Another one.
All right. So to add to my collection with Lyric, I'm going to go with somebody who I do not think would get back to me when I get to the 15th pick. And so do I think this person will win Big Brother 28? Not really, but what if they did? I'm going to go with Rick Devens, okay?
I'm not surprised. This is a Rob pick for sure.
I have to take Rick Devens here. He's got an uphill battle for him. Rick Devens is the consummate underdog. Everybody is always mad at Rick Devens. He's always on the bottom. He may well be nominated for eviction at this exact moment. But you know one thing I know about Rick Devens? He gets out of it. He gets voted out. He comes back. He's at the bottom. He finds idols. He flips the coins. He wins immunity. He's going to win a blockbuster. He's going to get himself off the block and win the power of veto. He's going to go up there and tell somebody who's the HOH, he's like, you thought you could get me out, but you can't. I'm back this week. It's going to be great to watch. Historically, the Big Brother is they get things voted into the House by America. So why can't it be Rick Devens?
You know, you're right, Rob. Like I think for a lot of these like newcomers to reality TV, a lot of them are always going to suffer from that choice paralysis, not knowing what the correct thing to do is. But you have someone like Rick, and this kind of goes for all of the people that are returning to the screen this season. You know, they've been around the block. They're not going to be as in their head about like what's the best move, what, you know, how do I progress myself forward? And you know, I'm still really, really behind. I'm a bad fan. I have not really seen all of Survivor 50. So like this redemption arc that Rick Devens has apparently been on, I'm not as privy to it. So I can't really speak to like how much he has evolved as what I've seen the first time. But I'm willing to like give this guy a shot and be like, look, like maybe Big Brother, maybe this is more his speed, you know?
Yeah. I don't think we're ready for 6-7s with Rick Devens on the feeds. This man is going to be shot out of a cannon. My big concern with Rick is that it's a long game. Sure. And Rick on a short game will be like, I'm just going to do something goofy and see how that plays out. And he's going to do that. It's going to be so entertaining. Like you said, Rob, I don't see him winning.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
And you're going to be entertained the whole way. And I think we're going to be very excited for that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I will also say that I think that Rick Devens has a lot of Rachel Riley in him. I think that he is going to, you know, he's going to have his floaters get a life vest moment. He's like, I mean, traditionally Rachel is sort of like left out of the power structure of the house, but he's very feisty. You don't want to mess with her. He doesn't suffer fools. He's not just going to sit there and take it if people are icing him out. And so I think he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And, you know, crazier things have happened on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I like Rick a lot. He doesn't have a lot of experience playing from a position of power, which is a concern because playing Big Brother successfully kind of often requires that to some degree.
He thrives in chaos, Taran.
Exactly, he does. He thrives on chaos and he thrives on being at the bottom. And he really prides himself on being able to like keep a positive attitude while being down. And he really stuck through all the time that he was on the bottom of Survivor 50. The problem is, if he's on the block for a week, that's about the entirety of the time he was on the bottom of Survivor 50. The pace is so different. You know what I mean?
I will say also he could come in with a bit of a halo effect of he was so popular on Survivor 50. If there's any overlap between the Survivor 50 audience and the Big Brother audience, that there might be a lot of people who maybe feel like, okay, he's not as big of a threat. He's fun to watch. He's fun to have around. So maybe he's like the fun uncle that they want to keep around.
You would hope so, but I think he also came off of Survivor as the mischievous threat that needed to be taken down, that kept getting away with it. And I would worry that anybody that had seen Survivor, especially casually, might go, oh, I liked you a lot, but he's so dangerous.
But I could see him having some utility. I think that he would sit on the block as a pawn. I think he would go into a blockbuster to like, I think he's going to play loosey-goosey. I think
he's ready to play.
Yeah, I think that he, again, this is probably more of a bad thing than a good thing. I think he has some Tucker in him also.
You got that dog in him, bro.
He's got that dog in him.
I'm excited to
no.
watch him play. I think this is such a great get for the show. I hope we see a decent amount of Rick Devens.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to see the world where he wins, but he
I'm
should
not sure
hopefully
why
be
he's
fun.
doing it, but listen, they got him.
Rob,
I agree.
Rob, can I ask you?
Yes.
I saw one Steven Fishback
Yes.
tweet about this.
Yes.
You think Steven's gonna end up watching this season?
So I texted Steven if he was going to be watching. Steven was very coy with me about the Rick Devens being in the cast. And so I think he's definitely going to be checking it out for a while. I do hope to be able to chat with Steven on the podcast. Rick did not tell me he was going to play. We were trying to get Rick Devens for a deep dive about Survivor 50. And I think he told Sam Moore that he get back to him in a couple of weeks, I think he said was. So he rope and doped us.
Don't worry, Rob. We'll do a deep dive of Big Brother.
Yeah. Knock it out. Yeah.
And in there,
because those
we
are
can
unlimited.
talk about other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched him recently play. I watched his first time playing, I believe I remember him being entertaining, but I feel like that was so long ago. I don't really remember any details. So I am of no use during this analysis, but I'm excited to see him play.
Listen, you didn't watch Survivor 50?
I have not seen it yet. And I think I know the reason why. It's because Survivor, like, you can just binge watch it. It's not a problem. You don't need to watch it live. But Big Brother, like, you need to be there to watch the live feeds live. You can't just watch it later. So Survivor, I kind of like treat it as if it's some like The Pit or something. I watch it as like another like
And
regular
yet here you
TV
are,
show.
Melissa. Rick Devens lists.
Apparently it's
What
very
if he
sad.
spoils you on Survivor 50 on the live feeds?
Ooh.
I feel like I luckily have not been spoiled yet, but I'm sure that'll happen. It's fine.
We don't
It's
even
fine.
need Survivor players to spoil Survivor seasons on the live feeds. It happened last year.
To be fair, like, I don't really know any of the names of the people playing or anything. So I just kind of like, it just goes like this. And then I end up watching. So yeah, it's fine.
Taran, what happened on the live feeds last year?
Sorry, I misremembered. I believe it was Amazing Race that got spoiled, not Survivor.
Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So that's it. Rick Devens and Lyric are my picks here. And I will not pick again until number 15. All right. Let's go to Melissa. Back to you for pick number 7.
Yeah. I'm going to pick LaTrice. I really liked her. I thought that she had great energy. She just seemed fun and like she'd get along with people well. She says that she's athletic and that she's like done a bodybuilding competition. I mean, number one, she looks great. I was like watching the videos and then I would go back to like catch their ages and like write it down so I'd remember. And I was like, oh, she looks like she might be my age. Cause I feel like this is a very young cast. So I was like, oh, she might be my age. I think like she's probably in her 20s. And I went back to listen to the age and she said 57. And I was like, I could not believe she said that.
I saw Mon's tweet about LaTrice yesterday.
What did you
was
say?
the tweet?
Blackety black, don't crickety crack, baby. Like,
You didn't want to say that, Rob? You didn't want to repeat that back?
I was
He's
hoping
like,
to
I'll
just
let
put it
him
up on
on
the screen.
Yeah, so she looks amazing. I cannot believe that she's 57. That's insane. So yeah, she said that she likes Janelle. Although she mentioned that Janelle doesn't win, and so she's like, I'm gonna do it a little differently, which I thought was funny. But yeah, I think that she knows the game. Her social game will probably like, I feel like her social game could be through the roof. She seems just like a very fun person to hang out with, and I could see her doing well. So yeah, that's my pick.
My number 2 pick on the board. I almost got her back. I think she's phenomenal. I think that the way she stood out in that short interview, that short video, it's rare to be able to have that much presence in a spot like that. It's difficult to do. We've seen a lot of really dynamic people seem wooden in those interviews, in those like early video spotlights, and she has infectious energy in the most literal way. I cannot imagine a world where the entire house doesn't love her. And if she's also capable of keeping up with people in competitions and doing well enough there to have a presence, then I think she could absolutely be a force in that house.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Tiffany upside here for sure.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't necessarily know, if she's going to fall into like sort of like the mastermind type archetype, or more so just the magnanimous social butterfly of the house. But I agree, Taran. I think that she was just really fun to watch, and it felt like it felt. Obviously, she's, playing it up a little bit for the cameras, but it still felt honest. It felt like, oh, okay, yes, it's like, you're 57 years old, you got mother of 5 or 4, whatever she said, like she's ready to play, like this is her time. Like, I'm rooting for her. I want her to do well. Although I do feel like they are setting my girl up and Taylor up with having them both have that same honey blonde hairstyle with that ponytail. And I'm like, people are already speculating that they're like, look, people are already
gonna say mother and daughter,
related, okay? And
yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, and now they're already saying they looking like they could be family. So I'm like, oh, I hope one of them takes their hair down or something, because like it's not looking good right now. But
just reading behind the mirror, they love to do a secret duos twist.
Right? Like, and the people are already like having to debunk it online. I think I saw somebody like post a picture of Taylor with her real parents. Like, LaTrice is not her mom, y'all. Like, it's not what y'all think it is. So I just hope that the same thing doesn't happen in the house. But even if it did, again, I think that she is she's just fun, and she seems like she's going to be very, very kind and just ready to play and just ready to get it. So I think this is a great pick for sure.
Yeah. Another person with a lot of energy that I enjoyed, gravitated to her immediately. I genuinely was delusional enough to think that maybe I get her here in the second round. It was looking like it for a hot second, which I was surprised by. But no, this was a great pick, Melissa. And I'm kind of jealous, but I'll move on.
All right. Anything else on LaTrice?
Let's get it, sis.
All right. Let's go to then Aman.
Oh shit, is it me again? I wasn't prepared.
Of course not.
Okay. Okay, I kind of know what I'm gonna do here. I'm nervous about it, but okay. So I take what you said, Melissa, in people seemingly being sort of just like here for the wrong reasons. And I also agree with what Taran said in that, like, listen, like, people are going to want to be on TV. That's just how human beings are. But I still feel like this guy is here to actually play. And I really enjoyed, like, doing a little bit of a deep dive into what he's had going on for himself over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Drew here.
Drew.
Yeah.
What has he been up to the past couple of years?
Taran,
that.
Do you want to explain, Taran, what he's been up to for the past couple of years?
Drew Campbell was in fact on a season of Beast Games. He competed on Beast Games. He's also been, from what I can tell, a regular on Jubilee videos. If you don't know what Jubilee is, good. But also, he one of which was like a lengthy video where him and his girlfriend at the time were taking a lie detector test to see if they were lying to each other. He seemed like a decent enough dude in that video. I haven't seen any of the other videos, but I think he also did one where he's like kissing a person. I saw a screenshot of it, and stuff like that. It's like still, and it's if you don't know, if you've maybe seen it but haven't seen it, it's like it's the ones with like the all white background every time they're doing something, which now many videos types have
a lot of formats.
Sort of
they follow
aesthetic.
the format now.
Yeah, but the point being, he's like very frequent in the like online YouTube space. He's obviously like applying to be on a lot of these things.
Feeds are
And
on YouTube.
yes, but all that said, he is still a big fan of Big Brother. It's not like this is just the latest in a series of like random journeys for him. He's been watching since he was 8. He's watched some live feeds, and as far as I'm aware, as far as I've been able to see, he genuinely does really like the show and genuinely would be there to like play hard.
I have information.
Yes.
The Drew account on Instagram messaged me last night
I'm scared.
and said, and I'm reading, and I'm quoting, Pooya, make sure Drew doesn't fall in the draft because he's so cool and a huge fan and will win.
Oh,
Which I was like, that there's not enough detail there.
yeah.
They sent a second message and said he's watched live since season 14 and has seen at least 100 hours of RHAP content.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on.
Interesting. I got a similar message.
I have a message from the Drew account also. Yeah,
That's very
I didn't see
interesting.
this. I didn't see this.
I didn't either, and I just checked, and I did
Yes.
get a similar message. I got Melissa. I need you to make sure Drew doesn't fall in the draft tomorrow because he's going to be super good at comp.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he'll be a social chameleon. He's also a huge fan, been watching live since season 14 and seen at least 100 hours of RHAP. I do
Yeah.
appreciate, you know
Taran,
what?
let
I
me
do
tell you why you
appreciate
should make
someone
Drew
doing
your
that.
first round draft pick.
Yeah. Rob, let me tell you that Drew absolutely needs to be first round draft pick tomorrow. Drew is a huge fan. He's seen
I
100 hours of
appreciate
RHAP,
it.
and he can totally overcome the young guy target. He's a social chameleon and will hit the ground running. He also has valid takes and will crush competitions.
I love it. Aman,
Man, if
did
this
you get
is any
one?
indication of how he's going to play in the house,
So you mean to tell
hope he doesn't
me
get caught that quick.
You drafted him,
honestly.
you
you
didn't
mean to
get
tell
one?
me that the only person that didn't get a message?
He was like, Aman, don't
Are you-
pick
did
him.
you check?
Everyone else.
Wait, that's
Check your
so
request?
funny. Yeah, you checked your request?
I checked my request. I don't have anything. My shit is dry. Okay.
He was not bribed. He did it. He did it for real. This is a real draft. Wow.
That you know what? That just makes me that more excited. to watch
Can
him
I
play.
be honest? I was not looking to pick Drew on this draft, right? I saw that message, like I saw the follow-up message of the 100 hours of RHAP and stuff right before the draft, and I was like, maybe if he falls to me later in the round. And then I was like, okay, Lala just left. I might pick him. Now finding out that all of us got messaged, I am so happy I dodged that bullet. I am so happy. Wow, because I don't
like
know,
it,
man.
Though I don't know. I think it's like
Yeah.
I like someone who's like a hype person for
He
their
got Me
for their
Too'd.
person. It's not like he's on there messaging us like, please pick me. It's like somebody being like, come on, we care about this. I appreciate someone
Yeah.
who cares about it.
Village to win Big Brother. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's obviously got a village. And has he been on a lot of like online content these days? Sure. But I honestly, I mean, he's one of the youngest people on the cast. He's 22 years old. Honestly, that is just like the lay of the land these days. Like these kids are just out here like
They're trying to, yeah.
born with phones in their hand. The way that
Yeah.
they see, like making content is literally just a way of life to them these days. So like I don't begrudge anybody that's out there trying to make a name for themselves, because like I feel like that's like the only option that they see at that age. So, but he at the same time, he does seem to have like a really like cool head on his shoulders. I like the fact that he gave out a shout out to Eric Stein. I did go ahead and watch the entire Jubilee videos where he was part of the video where it's like straight men face their biggest fears. He had to kiss another guy. He had to drop his pants in front of another, like all these other guys. He had to try to make himself cry in front of another guy. Is it a touch red pilly? Yes, but like I thought that he seemed really, really, just down to try anything. And I think that that's important. I think it's important to want to be able to put yourself out there and to, not be embarrassed about just being who you are. So I think that he could do pretty well. I do.
Worth noting from the lie detector video, he seemed vehemently anti-alpha bro. to the point
Like
where
that.
like the idea of somebody even calling him out, he was like, hell no. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll get along swimmingly with Rome.
Yo, a fellow
Rome will
beta
wanna
and
work with him.
submissive. I loved
Yeah.
it. Also, I would like to add breaking news from the chat. Maggie also received a message from this account.
Wow.
Wow. You know what? Okay, now I'm starting to get a little offended. What's going on?
Yeah, you're like,
What's
what
going
is it?
on?
Yeah, and I do just want to say that,
Text
like,
Chappelle, see if he got one.
Oh my God! If Chappelle
Oh,
got one and I
man.
didn't, I don't like. I would eat a chapstick to undraft.
oh no. I just want to clarify. I don't have a problem with the people who are like trying to go on multiple shows and like trying to get famous on TikTok or whatever. Like, I don't have a problem with that. My thing is that like I would want them to at least be a fan of Big Brother to come on it and not just come on the show because they just want to like be famous. Like I would want someone to come on the show because sure they'd like to be famous, but also they love the show but also they're a fan of the show, not just like, hey, any show that will take me, I'll get on. Like that to me, I don't like that much.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, guys.
Yes. All right. Let's go.
Pooya, right?
All right.
It's me. Hello.
To Pooya.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, very interesting spot here because there's sometimes you end up next to someone who's about to go back to back who you think has a very similar read to these players like you do. And either Taran and I are going to be on complete opposite pages or on the exact same page, which means I'm about to lose two picks that I would want to see. So really the strat is, can I pick someone and then get whoever I want on the backswing in between two? I don't
If
know.
it helps Pooya, there aren't many people I want.
Genuinely, it's slim pickings. So we're on the same
A
page
top-heavy
there
draft.
also.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick someone who, to put it nicely, did not jump off the page. Describe themselves as bubbly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
Oh God!
Went
Pooya, don't
undetected?
do it. Pick someone else. It's literally the
No.
last person I wanted.
Let me tell you why. I think Haley is the most normal person they've put on this cast. I
You know
do
what?
not think that is a bad spot to be in. What
yet
I
she's a
loved about
recruit,
Haley,
right?
I believe so, yeah. What I loved about Haley is Haley recognizing that, hey, these personalities are going to be locked in a hotel room for like days. They're going to want to talk, and I'm going to listen. I love that for her. I think
They're
she's going
what?
to do just fine. I think socially she's going to, what?
They're what?
Am I missing something?
What?
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh.
I was like, what are you saying?
I'm like, I'm like, what are we waiting on?
Can you
I'm
hear us
just-
now?
Yes, but I was
Okay.
like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Listen,
Because you
Melissa,
said
this
these
is
people are literally, and then I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you were like pausing for dramatic effect.
You were looking for people who are not trying to be on a million shows. I'm not sure she's even trying to be on this show.
Right.
Honestly.
Very
Like, how do you-
passive.
like, this sort of thing is like she's a recruit, but it's like a lot of the times you can be like, oh, I see why they like wanted this person because like whatever. I feel like it's like they're chasing her down, but why? Like she seems nice, but you're like who you said she didn't jump off the page, so like I don't know.
You know, I tend to think that like when these people are going through casting, they're obviously putting their best foot forward. She did something to enamor
Right.
somebody who enamored somebody else, who enamored somebody else, who enamored Allison Grodner. Okay. And so there is something there that we're not seeing. Maybe she's going to be like this very, very fun, nonchalant character that just serves us some great Big Brother gameplay, and we're just all fools for not being able to see it right now.
Maybe she's gonna eat Angela's charcuterie.
Yeah, maybe. Like it remains to be seen. She could be like this perfectly great ice queen. I'll give it to her if she is. Right now, though, I needed her to wake it up. Like we were all so excited for like this Big Brother Broviel, and she comes on screen just like, "Hi, I'm Haley. I'm bubbly, and I'm just like so excited to be here." And I'm just like, "Wake it up! Like, what is going on?"
Yeah. I liked every single tweet I saw where people were saying, "Go ahead, girl, give us nothing." When I
There's
send
already
you this,
a gif
I'm
of
being
her.
fun and bubbly.
Yeah, she's like, I'm super fun. I'm super bubbly. It's like, oh, okay. Although I feel like she says that she makes friends easily, and I mean, she probably does. Like, maybe she's not, jumping off the page or being like so crazy, like what we would normally see in an intro video. But that doesn't mean that she's not going to be like very good socially. And I think that like maybe like if she is this calm and she has this sort of calm vibes, calm persona, like maybe that would be good for people because you're not gonna there's gonna be a lot of big personalities in the house and you're gonna have to live with them, so maybe this will actually be better for her socially than otherwise, so who knows.
The reason I was interested in having her on my team is that yeah, she didn't have energy in the interview. I don't think that matters. I think that like she's perfectly capable of being like a normal human, I'm sure, in the house. She seems very athletic. She seems very strong. She is somebody who talked about being very loyal to her people, to her alliance, that she would just like ride hard with them. And I think that like if she's boring and athletic and loyal, she's gonna go far. Like she's just gonna go real far, and she might have a chance to win if she happens to be really good at the comps. So like that alone, I think is just gonna be like a very good baseline of gameplay. So I think I don't think that like necessarily if she is as boring as she seems in the interview, which I don't think she would be, but like it's maybe not the most exciting win if she wins in that case, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she won't.
I'm seeing like, some Casey in there. I'm seeing some Misha Tate in there, where you're just like, oh, I can already see it now. Like every freaking Saturday, we're just like, Haley has won the power of veto. And we're just like, oh, okay. Like, so I can totally see that too. Hopefully she gives us like a little bit more to chew on.
Can't give us less.
But if that's how she is, like Pooya said, like she might just be like one of the more normal ones, and that's okay. Like you can take some normalcy on Big Brother. Lord knows we need it.
Okay. There's Haley. All right. Taran wanted Haley, didn't get her. Now what, Taran?
Listen, there are a lot of people. If I could only show you the visual of my list right now, it's number 1
redacted
in green. And then I swear to you, numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in red. And the rest are ready to go in white. Literally, the next 8 picks are gone. So what am I doing here? I'm pretty lost. There's not really anybody I feel super strongly about at this point. I've gone back and forth thinking about the different places I want to go. And I think that I have to kind of go a little bit off the beaten path of where I'd normally go. I think I'm going to go.
What you gonna do?
I think I'm going to go with, hold on, I need to figure out which name he is. Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that wasn't what you were gonna do.
Taran, that's who I would have taken if not Haley in this spot. I'll be honest.
I'll trade you.
No, I'm very happy with my choice.
All right, Chuck, he's a supply chain analyst.
Yeah. Listen, you know that competitions matter, and he's a buff dude. He seemed very charismatic. He seemed very friendly. He seems easy to get along with. And that will hopefully make up for some of the lack of knowledge that he might have in the show. He has been watching for a few years. So, you know, I'm hoping he has at least like a base level of knowledge. And I just think that he's easily, I think, going to be able to get along with the other guys, but I'm not even really like high on the bros this season, because I think that with a returning cast and a lot of athletic women, I don't think the bros are going to have the natural advantage that they typically would to like get together and be all broy. However, he weirdly talked about how much he's actually going to focus on the women. And, you know, hopefully that's like good and not weird. So yeah, I mean, I think there's some upside here. There's definitely a lot of potential downside, but I think there's definitely a world where he could do well, and I'm hoping for that world now.
Had the biggest red flag answer for me as far as who would you want to model your game after, because I don't think anyone in 8 years has said this man's name out loud, and Chuck stood up and said, I want to model it after Corey Brooks from season 18 of Big Brother.
Maybe he
I'm
loves
remembering
Christmas.
that now. Yeah,
Maybe.
I forgot about that.
Not the player.
Yeah, he wants to play like Corey Brooks.
Yeah.
Is he a showmance?
I mean, listen, if he wants to be the male version of Haley, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's if he's just like a number that gets dragged along and wins some comps in the end. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's exactly what Corey was, but, you know, I think if you're modeling your game after him, I think that's probably where you fall.
I liked Chuck. I saw Mari said in the chat that he seemed kind of stiff, but I just think he was bad at doing the thing. Like, he's not a TikTok guy. He's not Drew.
Right.
I don't think that he's necessarily super, you know, camera savvy, but I think people are going to like Chuck.
I liked his video. I thought he was very charming. I thought it was really, like, honestly, the thing that concerns me is that he's just a casual fan and like said stuff like, oh, women don't break alliances, so I want to like get with the women. I'm like, that's, have you ever seen this game? This guy does not know this
He
game
needs some
whatsoever.
coaching.
Yeah. But I think like overall, like his personality, I think he seemed very like, it seemed like he would get along with people and have a good social game. So like if he can figure out the strategy part of the game, then I think he could do really well. So this one, it could go either way, but that like, which is honestly, like if he was a fan of the show, he would have been like my first pick because I really liked his video, but it just made me nervous with the Corey comment and all that sort of stuff. So that's why I didn't pick him higher than this, but it's, you know, it could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, he seems generally nice. I'm sensing that he is Nigerian with that last name, Anyanwu. And he also mentioned that he's first generation.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting this sense of like, not to get too sociological here, but it was just interesting that out of all the people that he could have wanted to model his game after, he said Corey Brooks, a fellow Texan. So it's giving like a little bit of like assimilationist vibes, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just like people are here to sort of like, you know, survive and fit in. And so like that seems to be sort of like the core messaging behind his intro package, was all about like, no, like I'm here to be here for everybody. I'm here to sort of like just, you know, defy the odds and prove to people that I'm just like you. And so I just wonder, do you lose yourself in a game like this where yes, you want to do that to a certain extent, but you also have to be very like self-preserving. And so I'm just a little worried about Chuck, but again, he seems very sweet and very kind. I was a little few things here and there that I'm like, that's a little weird, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Taran, the first of 2 picks for you. You get to round out your draft board here.
It's another tricky one. There are a couple of people I could look at, but I think, man, I just feel like I don't want to pick another guy because I feel like it's going to be a woman's season. So I think I have to go for the person who's been a fan the longest, and that's gonna mean. Hold on, make sure I get this name right. The person who's been a fan since she was in her mother's womb, Melody.
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 No! I'm so upset.
Hello.
ladies.
Would have been my pick, Taran. So good choice here, I think, with everything left.
The corporate game show host, Melody Morris.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of, good karma coming the way of somebody who's named Melody lately. I feel like there's been a big swing one way and it's going to come back the other way. So, I plus she has the name synchronization that seasons like to have. So that's good. I think that, I've heard a little bit more about her job that it is essentially that she runs this kind of like game show and people can pay to play the game show. And that, I think that requires a certain level of people
Has
skills
Drew
to make
been
people
on
feel.
her game show?
Has who? Oh, is Drew? Oh, you know what? Maybe, perhaps.
Not be surprised at this point.
I feel and hope that she would get along with my mystery box, and that the two of them might work together, and that might be a good place for her.
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't get a good read on her. I felt like her video came off a little bland. I wasn't really sure what to make of her. I feel like it could go either way. She could either be, a very strong competitor and be in it with the game, or find herself in a very strong alliance, or she could just kind of be on the outside and just kind of doing her own thing and then goes home. I'm not really sure. She also said that she was sensitive, and then I did like that she said she didn't just say the classic, I'm going to be a hero answer. Some people who maybe are her archetype. She said that it just depended on how the game was playing, that she's willing to be a villain. And I always appreciate when someone's yeah, I'm willing to be a villain if I have to. So yeah, she was a maybe for me, but I just can't really get a good read on her. So I don't really know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, I told Taran yesterday that I thought for somebody who's a professional host, I did think that she was also pretty flat in her intro package.
Yeah, I'm kind of honestly, the people who are flat, I'm kind of almost there's more that I don't know about them because I haven't been able to see them on because they weren't able to be on in the interviews. And the people that were on, I feel like I'm seeing more of their personality, and so I have more knowledge about them. So these people there's people that I actively don't feel good about, and there's people that I don't know as much about because I wasn't able to see as much. And that's where I'm at with Melody.
She did say that she was very emotional, sensitive.
That is a concern. That is a concern that I also forgot but now remember. And hopefully that's not the case.
But she was aware of that though, and that's great to be self-aware. And she also said that she sort of identifies herself with Nicole Franzel, who is also a sensitive person. So I'm
it's being explained to me in the chat that I got Chuck, whose favorite player is Corey, and Melody, whose favorite player is Nicole.
Yeah.
Which, hey, look, did pretty well in 18.
But she said her mother sees her as the female version of Derek. So
Wow.
Hey. So.
We're assuming Derek Levasseur in that situation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I assumed X.
No.
He's good too.
Yeah. That's my boo thing, but no.
Okay. All right. Melody Morris.
Melody.
Host of What's That Cost?
Melody.
All right. So I get to round out my team here with my final pick. And I pondered between three choices, one of which, I'll be very honest, You'll find out when they get picked. There was only one reason why I considered them. I'm not picking them. The other just feels like maybe you want to root for the person. It'd be fun to have on your team. But I'm going to go with someone who I low-key could see being a bit of a sleeper pick here. The one thing I don't like about her chances, I'll explain. But also, I get to pick her by saying Mallory. I'm going to put Mallory on my team. Mallory's saying that I want to hide how smart I am. Mallory, you look like the smartest person on this cast. That's not going to work out. That being said, I think Mallory is a sneaky, multifaceted threat for this game. Mallory is athletic. Mallory looks to be very social. This was brought to my attention yesterday that people found her Instagram and she's out there partying. She's chilling with people. She's having a good ass time. This is a rocket scientist who's social and jacked. Be threatened. Be very threatened. I'm so here for Mallory. Don't know how she's going to do, but I'm excited for the pick.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting if you are like a very physically fit woman, but you wear glasses. Do they treat you as a nerd or a comp beast? It's an interesting social experiment that we're going to have.
Yeah, it's kind of giving a little bit of like how they tried to super gamify Alex Willette during BBOTT, where like, yeah, she's like more strategic than her sister, but like she was still very sociable, still very like, you know, she could talk to anybody in that house. And so I kind of get the same kind of vibe from Mallory. Like it didn't really like, I liked what she had to say about like how like, I want you to feel like you're playing a good game, but sorry about it, I'm playing a better one. Like that was very like, okay, work, sis. Like that was very tongue-in-cheek, very just, it gave like a sense of awareness of like how she knows how she needs to enter and like walk in the space of Big Brother. So yeah, I'm excited for Mallory. I'm excited to see what she's got going on. I know a lot of people are already comparing her to she who must not be named from last season just because of the hair and the glasses, but I'm not getting that vibe. I'm really not.
I'm so confused because I did not see her Instagram and now I'm just looking at it now and I'm like,
right? This
is a completely different person entirely. Like not a single pic with glasses to be found throughout the whole thing. A lot of bikini pics, a lot of like, you know, the Instagrammy pose, going out with their girlfriends, doing this, that, and the other thing. I was not expecting this whatsoever. And now I'm kind of like, oh, okay. So like maybe she's like playing casting where she's got like the glasses and I'm a rocket scientist, whatever, aerospace engineer. And it's like, this is crazy. I'm like, if I had seen her Instagram before this, I probably would have like had her as like one of my top picks. Cause this is like, I feel like this shows like a completely different side of her that, cause my whole thing was like, I don't know if she's going to be able to like fit in with everybody. Like, she just seems like such a different type of person. Yeah. But you know, I don't know. It's like, she seems like a different type, like archetype, whatever, than everybody else. And so I was kind of like, I don't know, like I can't really see them vibing. Now I'm looking at her Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, she could totally hang out. So, wow. Okay. The one thing I will say is that she did say that she can have a temper, which like, that's a little like, I could see her getting into fights and stuff. And like that, like makes me a little nervous. I don't know. So wow. Okay. Now I'm like all discombobulated. I feel like I would pick her. So she's a good pick, I think.
I think this is the dirtiest production has ever done anybody.
Absolutely. This is like
with the way she has been made up.
the styling, the glasses, everything.
And my concern would be if she goes into the house like looking like this, that
first impression's locked.
This is the first impression.
Maybe it's gonna be like a she's all that when she takes her glasses off.
Take off the glasses, take down the ponytail.
Yeah, listen, she can't be a rocket scientist and not have glasses, okay? People wouldn't get it.
They won't understand.
I'm so happy with
they
the
won't
pick.
understand. Pooya, maybe you gotta steal.
Shocking.
I
Everyone
think
should
so.
go check out her Instagram.
I think so. And I genuinely feel like I would have forgotten about her because I had this stupid melody thing in my head that I wanted to say the name like that for the draft. And then we figured it out. It worked out. So yeah, no, I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Mallory, I just want to say I totally F with your vibe.
This is what I get This is what I get just for picking somebody because they said they were a fan from the womb, and she said she was a fan since she was born. I thought that would be funny.
My favorite thing is Taran gets the Love Island references we're dropping tonight. Like he fully knows what he knows ball
He knows
this
it.
season. Yeah.
He has elite ball knowledge.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my kisses, by the way.
I forgot what it feels like.
what it feels like.
Let me pull you for a chat. Tell me about them rocket science.
Wait, Aman is actually so good at it.
I call it a smoothie.
Mallory.
Okay.
Yeah, put this in a time capsule because it really will date where we were when this draft went down.
Yeah.
It's the summer of Corbin. I can't take it.
Okay. All right. It is Aman's turn.
Damn. Okay. Okay. I mean, there's obviously like a really, really like obvious pick here. And I was talking with my diary room co-host, and he told me to pick this person because, you know, there's a lot of upside.
Aman, could we just reset who's available?
Yeah, of course,
going
of course,
into,
of course.
So this is now, we have 12 picks off the board. There are 5 picks left, and they are, let me, that we have Angela.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rome, Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
Yash,
Mm-hmm.
and who am I missing? Is that 5?
Amamu.
Okay, Kamu.
Camuela. Okay, I lied. I'm still the same old Amon.
How long did that last? Can somebody time stamp this?
I made it
a fun hour.
I made it
One
a
pick.
minute,
Yeah.
an hour and 35. Okay. Jesus.
Why is
I'm
this a
like-
hard pick, Aman? What are you struggling? Let us know your inner thoughts.
Because I a piece of me does want to go for Angela. I was a hard no against Angela this morning, and then Matt LaGuardia was like, "Listen, like she's got a little bit of plot armor to her. She'd be an easy drag to the end if she is up to her similar antics. So like that puts her above a lot of people in the cast, right? And I agree with that. But she's just also just so messy. And I feel like her second time coming around, I don't necessarily know if Angela's here to win. I don't know if she's just here to like play games and just be Angela. So I'm just like, and I would like to win the draft. I really would like to win, guys. And I just don't know if Angela's gonna win BB28. But the alternatives here aren't super enticing either. So give me fucking Angela. Oh, excuse me. Give me Angela. Look, I mean, we know the story. We know the story. There really isn't much more for me to say here. This is a crazy pick. Angela is crazy. Okay. But we're gonna have so much fun with her. I don't foresee her really going anywhere early. I don't think she's gonna win, but it'll be fun rooting for her. And I'm just happy that she's had a chance to come back. Like, we don't really see a lot of older people on the show to begin with. And for her to be an older returnee, that's even more unheard of. So I'm just happy that this woman is like living her dreams again and is just there to have fun. And I just can't wait to see how the rest of the house guests are going to react to her being in the house. And yeah, so I'm excited for her, and it'll be a fun summer. It really will be.
I'm excited to see
listen,
Angela again. Oh, go ahead.
I very nearly picked Angela as well. I thought about it a lot. I do think that she has potential. I mean, we're living in a world where it's a mixed cast, and the returnees, quote unquote, weren't 1, 2, and 3. Which historically in the draft, anytime we've had something like this, and it's not been a mystery box, the returnees have almost needed separate categories because we would obviously just pick all of them. And there's a reason for that. They have cachet, they have status going into a house, they have experience. And Angela has those things. I think there are a lot of people in that house that like her a lot from the show. And I think that's great. And I think there's absolutely a world where she is, and because she wasn't, I will say this, she was not, I think, strategically a bad player in the game. I think that she just like, you know, kind of, she got in her own way a lot of the time. Like if she was able to accurately read who was loyal to her and what was happening at various points, I think she could have directed people in the right ways and herself in the right ways. The problem was that she thought people were low budget acting, and she, you know, came to these conclusions of like, you know, for instance, when she was working with Tucker, he did need to go. Did she need to do it at that time? Did she need to like take credit for it in the way she did? No. But like, you know, I do think she has a strategic head on her shoulders. And with some experience and with some social capital coming in, I really do think that she's got some options here. Two things I'm concerned about. End game competitions are the one thing. If she is in the end game with a chance to win, I'm concerned that she won't be able to win those end game comps. And the second thing is, she does historically get in her own way quite a lot. And I'd be concerned that she's going to like immediately turn on the other quote unquote returnees because that's the right thing to do, but maybe not at the right time. And, you know, that things might get a little hectic. And so, you know, I think all of that will be fun. And I actually think Angela is a great choice as a returning player, primarily because she's not somebody that's just going to like win comps and run the table. And she's going to bring a lot of entertainment.
I'm sorry, Taran. Melissa is being attacked.
I know.
I just like, there's like a window right behind me that the sun is just like completely shining through, and I just I'm trying to like put up a hand. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I just think I'm doing karate.
She's sending Morse code.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
But
Like
we're blessed.
But
We're
thank you
going to
for
watch
that, Taran.
Angela play Big Brother again. She gave us so much. And
For the visitors that came to visit me last night, you're performing for the visitor.
well, whatever. You know what you know what we're doing.
I thought it was like a remix.
Yeah. I don't have all the Big Brother 26 sound clips downloaded right now. But it's going to be great.
I mean, I've got at
I'm
least one for
excited
you.
to see Angela.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll win. I mean, who knows? You never know. Like Rachel came back and she won, and she did so well the next season. Like you never know what someone is going to do with that experience and with hindsight and with like, you know, knowing now what maybe they could have done differently. I'm excited to see what she has to bring for us. So yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me try another one. Let me see if this works.
And if you guys have a pot, I'm going to have a pot too.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh my God,
Let's
what have I done?
go to Melissa.
My turn. Okay, so this person I'm very surprised is still here. So I think there might be something that I'm missing. And so maybe you guys can let me know. But I'm gonna pick Camu. Is that how you say his name?
I think so.
Yes.
Camu. I feel like I'm kind of surprised he's still on the board because
I thought I was gonna get him.
did you think that?
Oh,
What is wrong? I feel like he, as a fan of the show, he seemed like a nice enough guy. He he talked about Dan's funeral and like watching for years, and then he said that he would want to emulate like Cody and a little bit of Derek, and I feel like that's like a good answer. And I guess I don't know what did I miss something that got released or something? Like, do we not like him? I honestly don't know. And so I'm kind of confused.
He was my other dude pick, but I decided not to pick a dude.
Okay, because I feel like, I mean, look, everybody's saying like, oh, he's a UFC fighter. Like, unless there's something that's come out, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna like see what happens. He's athletic. His videos seem fine. I think he kind of looks like like what Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia would like want to look like. And I said that to my husband, and I said that to Dennis, and Dennis was like, I don't see it at all. And I was like, are you sure? It's like got the pose like this with the beard and that slick back hair. Like, I don't know. That's what I figured like Mac wants
To be fair,
look like.
Mac did look like him at one point. He
At
made
one
it happen.
point, but that's the thing is he was like, I don't see it at all. He doesn't look anything like him to me. And I was like, okay, well, fine. But yeah.
See,
Do we know everybody's saying he's MAGA and that he's like bigoted, but I haven't heard anything. Do we know something? If we know something, we know something.
Again,
I just don't know anything.
I don't know anything. I think that that is it from what I think it's probably just supposition. I don't think that there is anything that not that I've seen.
I just think that despite saying he wants to carry the flames of the likes of Cody and Derek, I don't see it for this guy. I just don't see him being able to pull that off. I think similar to what we said about Mallory wanting to hide being smart, I don't think he's going to hide that he's physical. The man's ears give away that he's a fighter. I think no matter how social he is, he's always going to be seen as a comp threat first. He's going to be seen as a physical guy first. And I think that's going to work against him. And I just don't know. Like, we've talked a little bit about how we feel it's going to be with some of the men this season. I don't see Kamu in the end game. I just don't see that happening. Like, when I start to picture the final two chairs, I don't see him sitting there. That's kind of where I was in this last round.
I thought that I was going to have the choice to pick a bro here at the end, and I would have picked Kamu of the three bros. I thought that he seemed like he seemed pretty calm to me, and I thought that he had a chance to maybe be because he's older too, right? He's like in his 30s.
He's 32.
He's 32.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the experience.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, he's probably the most physically fit person that's on the cast. And when it comes to those competitions, that's always going to be good. The thing, like the reservation for me was more so like, it's always a bit of a red flag when a guy has to go out of his way to say, people think that I'm a mean guy, but I'm actually really, really a nice guy. I'm like, ugh. Okay. That scares me a little bit. And then on top of that, there's they're really like it seems like he's really about like going for it and wanting to win and take all the comps, and he's idolizing the hitman, which of course is not a bad thing, you know, on its own to want to be like the hitman, but it's just kind of like reinforcing in my mind that you're going to be someone that is extremely aggressive in the game. And it, you know, I just see a coup against him rather early if he, you know, has his, you know.
But I also thought that he said in his interview that he said, you know, he fights for a living, and so he doesn't want to fight here in Big Brother.
Yeah, but you don't turn that off. Do you really turn that off?
I don't think a fighter is necessarily inclined to actually physically fight people
outside
in any
of the
real
ring
capacity.
Well, no, I mean, I don't mean that in that sense, but like that like sort of like cutthroat energy. I think that's like kind of hard to turn off. I think if you're a competitive person, you're a competitive person, you know? And so I'm just like,
I do think this is a competitive cast. And really, I think that he's the kind of player I thought about picking him. And I think I'd be more inclined to pick him on a cast with a different makeup. I think that he's somebody who, like, if I was anticipating a cool kid club, I think he would fit in with them. I think he'd potentially have a good head on his shoulders, and he'd fit in well, and he'd win competitions. I'm concerned that in a cast with veteran players who I think are going to be on the lookout for threats, physical threats, and perhaps not be in the like young dude or youngish dude demographic of, you know, this. If he can fit in with the vets, I think that's great. But it's not the makeup I would like for him, and so that's why.
Taran, how about when he proposes to D on the finale? Okay.
Is he D's type? I genuinely was thinking about it, and I don't know if it is.
I was kind of thinking him and Melody. Melody. Or no, not Melody. Not Melody. Lyric. Rather.
Yeah. Okay.
Lyric.
But no, he's also a MMA coach. I'm not sure if he's retired from. I think as a coach, also, I think that he probably has to have like a little bit more of like. I just don't think he's a total maniac.
No,
Also, I think it
so
was
either.
funny that he was like, I don't want to tell people that my parents own the gym because they'll think I'm super rich. And I was like, is that something people would think?
Yeah,
That if it's parents
that
own a
part,
gym?
that was a little strange
Questionable.
too. Yeah, I
I
was
was
like,
like, okay, like
I don't know
weird.
what it is that y'all own a gym.
Also,
It does give that like he uses like, yeah, my folks own the place.
right, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like, why would we care? But I do want to clarify my comments on Mac from Soy Sunny Philadelphia. I was not talking about like the actor or what he looks like or that this guy's more attractive than him. I was saying that Mac would want to like have the tattoos and be a fighter and all that. That's what I was saying. Not that his actual looks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
He seemed kind of soft spoken, which I did like. So I could see him. Like, I think the social thing makes sense. I just think for me, it's going to be hard for anything he does to not be looked at from he's a challenge beast, physical threat more first. I would like to use this moment to kind of talk about something Taran touched on very early in this podcast and talk about the live streaming of it all. How and why did so many people say live streaming this season instead of live feeds? What changed?
I think genuinely because
is so popular.
that is the new age terminology is live streaming. And so if you are new to the concept of live feeds, you probably think, oh, they live stream. This show does live streams. And that's why I think that like if somebody's saying, hey, I'm a big fan, but they call it live streams, despite the fact that on every single episode they say live feeds, like that's maybe a giveaway. And I want to make this clear too. Like I don't think any of us on this podcast care whether you're a super fan or not.
No.
It just in terms of, at least for me, in terms of drafting or how well somebody will do, being a fan of the show is a significant indicator that you're going to do better. And I personally have fallen victim to people, Derek X, who have claimed to be big fans and lied about it, and then find out that, you know, it wasn't the case. It's something that people do, and it's, you know, it's an amount of information that we're trying to gather. It's not like a witch hunt or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it comes down to me, the final pick of the draft, pick number 15. And this is an interesting scenario. I really did think I was going to get to pick which bro I wanted, but that there is a wild card that I did not expect to have fall to me here at pick number 15. That is Taylor. There's also Yash, who was the late add to the cast. And then there is Rome. I think that Rome might not be a total disaster, but I did tell the audience yesterday that they were going to get Rome in the draft, and I don't want to go back on my promise. And so
Enjoy.
I'm surprised that people are so down on Yash as a player. I get it that he seems kind of bro-y, but he also seems pretty smart. He maybe doesn't know the show super well, but I feel like that he could be okay. But I think I'm going to go with the bigger wild card, which is Taylor, who I didn't come into this draft feeling like I have to have Taylor, but I am extremely surprised that she fell to me at pick number 15.
Me too, yeah.
So I'll say why I didn't pick her. I didn't pick her because I just couldn't get a read on her. Her answers were so generic. Like they asked her like 3 words to describe herself, and she said all in one. And then they said what would give you like I forgot the question, but it's something about like why will you do good on Big Brother? And she said, I am that girl. Like those things don't mean anything to me. So I was like, I still don't know who you are.
She's all in one.
I get it, but like I didn't know I don't know. I did not know what she was about. And then she talked about her like plan about the team, like the 3 teams. I didn't know what she was saying. And she talked about bringing love to the show. And that she doesn't know how to handle conflict, but she's reading a book on it. And it all read to me as like, I don't know, someone who's not going to do so well, but I hope I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's why I didn't pick her, just because I could not figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I understood what she meant by like, I'm that girl. Like, I get it. Yes, talk your stuff, honey. I didn't quite understand her
the Big B blowout.
The Big B blowout. Yeah,
is that what it was called? Because she said it was like one part was like there was like captains and there was a captain for floaters.
Yeah, clearly, Aman, you just don't get it. It's a pretty impressive sounding strategy. The Big B blowout. You have
Cutting edge.
3 teams. One of them is a team of floaters. You have a captain for each team. So you have a captain of the floaters, and then you have 2 captains of the 2 other teams, and 3 of you get together and coordinate the 3 teams.
Oh,
so this is how it reads
silly
to me.
yeah.
3 alliances. She works with one person from each other alliance, and then they go to the final 3. That could be what it is. I didn't get it initially either. I still am kind of making it up as I go along with her, but I like that her mind is thinking of stuff like that. I think that is absolutely a great thing to have here. So, especially again, Rob, with the last pick of the draft, I think you could have done so much worse here.
Yeah, who knows?
Listen.
Like maybe she's not that girl and she goes out early, but there's certainly a world where she's likable, she's very fun, she's likable, she sticks around, and guess what? She's at the final 3 and she will lucks into the final HOH. They bring her to the end. They don't think that she's gonna win. I think that there's a path for her.
Listen, when the brigade formed, we all laughed. When the bomb squad formed, we all laughed. When the pretty boys came together, we really laughed. And so when the Big B blowout dominates this season,
Yeah.
Taylor will be the one laughing.
Yes.
I mean, it would be iconic to have 2 Taylor winners. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'm here to give the girl a chance. I'm not super high on her because it does, like Melissa was kind of saying, it does kind of feel like do you know what's going on here? Because I think she said in her interview like that she used to watch as a little girl and then she fell off because of a breakup and then stopped watching.
Yeah.
No, the breakup got her back into it.
Yeah, the breakup got her back into it. But she said it was the only thing she could binge for 6 months. So I don't know if that means she like still watched or if it was just 6 months and then that was it.
Her
Wait, why
breakup
did
It was
take
a
her
hot
6
6 months.
to binge a season?
I don't know if it was
Slower than
one
if it was actually
season
on.
or if I don't know if it
So
was
she
one season or if
watched-
she was just
Oh,
binging
she was
all the
watching
seasons.
it
was multiple.
to
Got
get
it,
over the
got it.
breakup. Okay.
Got it. Okay. Listen, we'll say worst comes to worst, say bless her heart. That's it. All right. Let's talk about the other 2 people that didn't get picked. Let's start with Yash because I think that there is something to Yash.
Yeah.
Yash would have been on my team on the basis that he is my brown brother. That is really all that was
Yes.
going to happen had I not picked Mallory. The thing with Yash, I just think that Yash has no idea what he signed up for. I think that while I think he's athletic. I think he is a personality. I think he's going to be chatty. I could see him getting along with people. There's just something about the way he spoke about things that rubbed me the wrong way. And I was like, I'd nominate you. Yeah, I'd put you up on the block. Easy. I personally didn't love the hot take of get rid of the booth comps. What are we doing? Don't have chance in this at all. I was like, all right, not happy with that either. Yeah. And also I feel like, not to reheat Taran's nachos, but when you say, I could tell you my strategy, but I'm not, that's a secret. That's a pet peeve of mine. Like I am not your opposition. You can tell me. You have nothing.
I actually thought his hot take of wanting to get rid of booth comps was the thing I liked the most about his preseason interview because it showed an awareness of the advantage that he has outside of booth comps. And, to be fair to him, I think it was to some degree, I pray, tongue in cheek. So, quite frankly, if I went on the show, I would absolutely be like, listen, guys, I know I want equitable comps, but give me one more. Give me one more season without them because I'm feeling this one. I argue against my own interests when it comes to the competitions. So yeah, I mean, I think that that's good. My issue with Yash is that if I had to pick a person who's the most likely to have asked ChatGPT how to play the game, I think Yash is the answer. He says he's been like binging 5 hours a day. He clearly strikes me as somebody that's like, oh, this is an opportunity that came up. Let me try to like deep dive. Which,
He's
to
a
be fair,
financial analyst.
Taylor Hale did the same thing and won the game.
Right.
So, I think that I absolutely don't think that this is like a terrible thing, but especially on a cast, again, with some vets, I think that's where this method is really going to unfortunately fall flat because he does not know the history of these people in the way that a lot of other people will. He doesn't know. Like, he also strikes me as the person who is the most likely to try to be like, hey, we got to get these guys out, right? Uh-oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said Zay upside, which is so funny to me because that man left first. So like, I don't know what that means.
Is that upside? That's so funny.
Okay. All right. And then let's talk about Rome.
Oh God. If we must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call this man
worried
Rome.
me-
I'm gonna call him his name. His name is Jack.
Jack.
His name is Jack. That's his given name.
He says he's very competitive, and he also says he has a loud mouth and he won't back down. And he said that a few times, and that made me a little nervous. He also said that a lot of people see him as the villain, and obviously the whole betas and submissives thing was like a weird thing to say. So it just,
He said those are the people he's going to work with.
I know, but it just seemed odd to call them that. Like,
Yeah.
it's very
that
strange.
was jarring. Yeah.
With a
And
straight
so-
face.
Right.
No
And so,
tongue in
like,
cheek.
the fact that he kept saying, like, I'm a loudmouth and I'm not going to back down, like, over and over. Like, it made me think, like, oh, so you're like going to intentionally create problems.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's true, but that seemed a little odd to mention that a few times and to talk about how, like, he's so competitive, he can't turn it off. I just don't know. So it could go either way. We could end up like loving him. I don't know, but it just seemed strange enough that I didn't want to pick him.
Listen, as a beta submissive, I love it when alpha men approach me and go, hey, beta submissive, I'm one of you. I like trading cards. We get along, right? And I go, oh my God, thank you for deigning to speak to me. I too think about trading cards sometimes. We are fellow nerds.
He is a nerd the way Logan Paul is a nerd. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, he opened 4 Pokemon packs and I was like, I actually like this stuff. It's kind of fun. Like, that's not enough for me. I don't see it for him whatsoever. Him talking about how he's going to befriend people and then take him to a corner down the line and be like, actually, my name is Jack, so only you can call me that. So that's how you know we're good friends. Like, Bronte, step aside. The mathematician thing is gone. We now have the Jack name reveal that's going to come this season, which wild.
I thought his friends call him Rome, though.
His friends call him Rome, but that's what it's the inverse.
His mother
Rob. He's
calls him Jack.
Yeah.
Sweet. No, his mother calls him Sweet Jack. How dare you? He's sweet, Taran. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. Well, I think we'll be. Yeah. He also said he sees himself as a Tucker, and Tucker was unapologetic, and Tucker said how he felt and made the decisions and stood firm in them 10 toes.
If he utters the word submissives in that house, it's over for him.
It's curtains
It's
McGee.
over.
Yeah. It's so done.
Look, somebody has to get reamed out by Angela. He's the number 1 contender.
Listen, we have the opportunity to remake history with Angela winning the first HOH and putting this man on the block. That is
Matt
in the
Hardman.
books.
I'm going
Yeah.
to be on an update with Kirsten, and I'm going to be watching without audio, Angela going,
Yeah.
Hey, Saturday morning is the first update. That's the time that it happens.
Yep.
Yeah, this guy, man. I kept seeing a lot of people on Twitter talking about Barrett and saying, like, Barrett seems like the really woke straight guy to be like, unfortunately, I'm straight. And with Rome, it seems like he's the type to be like, yeah, bro, I love to lift, but like, I also like digging in them Pokemon cards, bro. Like, this is my like, I'm just like, I can't. Like, Rome was not built in a day. and I need for this. I just need for him to go. I just can't. I can't deal with it. I really can't.
I would love for it to all be an act.
I really
That's
hope
the best
that it
we can hope
is.
for.
I really hope that it is.
He read the Dan Giesling book.
Right. This it's so bad that genuinely is the best we can hope for.
All right.
You know, and he could surprise us. He could. You know,
There's
because a
room.
lot of people, again, they put on for these cameras in these first couple weeks. We'll see.
All
Yeah.
right.
He's blistered through 3 seasons of Big Brother. We now know one is BB26. Are the other two 27 and 25? Did he not make it past that? I don't know. But I'm curious to see how that plays out for him. Did not expect to have smoke with a pickleball coach, mind you. That does not sound like a job that would have someone calling you a beta. But here we are. Shout out to my betas at the
You've never
crib.
talked to
The
Tyson, I
beta
guess.
and submissive
Yeah.
stuff was crazy. Like, where did that come from? That is crazy.
It was a blindside. It really was.
And they weren't like, "Hey, do you want to take that again?" Like, no, leave
They're
it
like,
in.
we want to call them something else.
No,
Yeah.
cut, print, moving on.
Yeah, they made the right call keeping it in there because it really was a surprise.
All right. Let's go over what everybody came away with. We've got Taran, who came away with the mystery box, a mystery DVD,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chuck and Melody. Then yes.
I feel a little top heavy, but you know, we'll manage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then here comes Pooya, and Pooya walks away with Barrett and Haley and Mallory.
That's a good
Honestly,
team.
Yeah,
Good team.
I think it worked out. I really do. Taryn, thank you for acknowledging my hand up. I really do appreciate it more than you know.
Go getters, get the worm.
On the
Game
live
respects
stream.
game. Okay, and then Aman walks away with Jason and Drew and Angela.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
yes.
Okay. Yes.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
so
he's not wearing a
big
shirt
boy.
and he's eating
So
pizza.
big.
Yes.
I know,
Relatable
he's so
content.
much bigger.
Okay.
You wanna
Guess
say
who
hi?
mommy drafted? It was Ashley. Yes. LaTrice. And
He liked the microphone. He picked up the
Uh,
microphone himself.
Born with a
Kimu.
microphone in his hand.
Hamu.
Kamu. You know, I got Angela's back.
See?
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Okay.
so that's like-
Callan approved.
And
Callan
then-
approved.
I ended up with Lyric, Rick Devens, and Taylor.
You know, I
Dun,
think
dun,
that
dun,
we
dun, dun.
kind of all have a really good shot. I do. I think that there's something for everybody on everybody's team.
Yep.
So
That sounds like someone that's trying to convince themselves they got a great team. Aman, are you okay with your team? Are you content?
yeah.
Yeah, in the chat, you've got Rome and Yash.
Oh, I meant my that point that I was talking about was just about our teams, not the chats.
Yeah.
I think the chat is pretty screwed.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
are we
right.
cooked? I'd be
Yes.
cooked.
All right. There you go. All right. Melissa, we'll be back with you tomorrow night.
Yes. For the premiere.
Yes. All right. Anything else coming up?
Just following me on social media. It's Melissa with 3 A's,
Okay.
but that's it.
All right. And then Aman, what about for you?
I am just, here this summer for Big Brother 28. You can follow me everywhere. I'm on Adwin. You can also check out me and Matt over at the Diary Room, where we've been trying to find the best Big Brother player of all time, whittling all these players down. We're now in round 2. Everyone that's on this show right now has been on the show, so check us out over there, Diary Room Podcast.
Okay. All right. Pooya, how about for you?
Big Brother Rise, Trader Dies, because Traders died down for a little bit, but we'll be back with a lot of Traders this summer. Annabelle is joining me to talk and catch up on all things 90 Day Fiance this week, so make sure y'all tune into that. I got Liana to carry the new tradition this week with the pal, where I showed her photos of everybody and made her guess their names. She got one right. I don't know how. She got one right. Find out which one it was on the pal this week. And of course, I'll be talking
really
a lot
funny
of...
if it was Rome.
Okay, it was not. It makes sense once you know which one, but I'll tell the four of you offline here. And then I'm doing a lot of content on stream this summer, so come through twitch.tv/Pooya. I'm going to be there as well. But otherwise, Friday mornings starting next week, you know where to find me. I'll be there with Taran, whether it's lack of sleep, whether there's a Red Bull there's a coffee there. We'll be ready to go, and we'll have a good time with it.
And then, Taran, for you, it's one more sleep.
One more sleep, and then no more sleep is how it's gonna go. Check out, listen, I'll be here all summer. If you want to see me on Sincere's neck constantly, find my Love Island Patreon content on my Patreon. I'll also be streaming on Patreon all summer as well, so find it over there.
Okay. This was so fun to be back with everybody, especially you two here in the chat, because you always make it so fun. We love reading what you have to say all through the show. And of course, that goes for your comments after as well. Can't wait to be back with you tomorrow night for the kickoff of BB28 with the podcast to follow. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye. This is RHAP. We know reality TV.